Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, Ramah actually is a city that is just north of Jerusalem, and it is in the area of the tribe of Benjamin here, whereas Bethlehem is actually in the area of the tribe of Judah. And Rachel is the mother of Benjamin and Joseph. And of course, once again, the area of Benjamin. So this is talking about the area that is around Jerusalem. And it's giving us a specific location. And of course, we know Herod was in Jerusalem, and Bethlehem, where these events take place, was just south of that.
So, from what you just talked about, the fulfillment of the prophecy, Matthew 2:18 references Jeremiah 31:15, highlighting the fulfillment of the prophecy in Jesus' life. The events in Bethlehem mirror the sorrowful cry in Ramah, but also points to the ultimate redemption plan of God. So, Matthew 19 and 20, in chapter 2 of Matthew, we see that it says, "But when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother and go into the land of Israel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life." Does this story or this part of the story remind you of anything in the Old Testament, Sam?
Well, it reminds me of the same principle here. Remember that Moses had to leave Egypt after killing one of the Egyptian soldiers, and how he stayed in the desert for 40 years. And after that, God revealed to him that the people who were after him because of his murdering this Egyptian soldier, that they were all dead and that he could now return. So in Matthew, of course, it's coming out of Egypt, but in Moses' case, it was going back into Egypt. But the same principle of this message from God happens here.
So in 21, it says, "And he arose and took the young child and his mother and came into the land of Israel. And when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Judea in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither. Notwithstanding, but warning of God in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee."
Yeah, so what we have here is this return trip now of Joseph and his family after the death of Herod the Great. And when he heard this, Archelaus here is actually another son of Herod. And he also terrorized his people and also his own family. And so when Joseph was aware of that, he decided that he wasn't going to go back to the Jerusalem area where he was before, but that he turned aside into the parts of Galilee. So let's just end this Bible study here by taking a look at the map here. So down here on the left, we have Egypt, and he comes back here. And of course, here is Jerusalem, and this is where Archelaus was reigning. And this is where, obviously, Joseph decided he didn't want to go. And so he goes up to Galilee here. And he goes through Samaria and up to Galilee. And here is Nazareth, which we're going to talk about extensively in the next Bible study. But this is where he established his family home and where Christ spent his youth.
Okay, so we're going to end our Bible study here at Matthew 2 and 22, and we'll get started next week in verse 23. Have a good week.
Have a good week and keep studying.
Uncover the mystery of Adam and Eve's nakedness. Unravel the ambiguous connection between the Hebrew term for naked and the serpent's subtlety. Join us for this free mini-course and gain a profound new perspective on biblical Hebrew. TheExplanation.com/naked